You can never know when a disaster may strike your school, but being prepared will save lives. Emergencies are unpredictable, and having plans in place for when they occur can be the determining factor when it comes to limiting pain and destruction. Whether the disaster is a fire, bomb scare, or shooting, having plans in place and being prepared tends to reduce the level of panic and hence promote a calm and orderly approach to evacuating the premises and dealing with the problem.
A fire doesn't make an appointment with you. It just happens. I'm Andries Moorman, Fire Safety Officer, Nelson Mandela Bay Municipality, Fire and Emergency Services Department. I'm working at the Fire Safety Division. Basic steps to be followed in an evacuation exercise is that the people must come together, have a meeting with all the role players, do proper planning for the evacuation drill. For instance, who's going to be in charge of the firefighting, who's going to be in charge of the evacuation exercise, and who's going to attend to injured people if there is injured people. And also to see that everybody is familiar with the evacuation procedures and firefighting procedures.
Ek gaan net die inleiding doen van wat ons behoort te doen en dan gaan ons almal 'n bietjie insette lewer en dan gaan ons 'n plan uitwerk hoe ons te werk sal gaan om die kinders uit te kry in geval van 'n noodgeval. Daar kom byvoorbeeld 'n bomdreigement wees en daar kan 'n brand ontstaan en julle weet in ons geval hier by ons waar ons gangsters en goeie sê, dit is ook 'n noodgeval as daar geskiet word soos in die verlede gebeur het, watter prosedure gaan ons volg om die kinders behoorlik uit die gevaarsituasie te kry. Die volgende stap is om 'n flow plan. Daar sit elke onderwyser behoort so 'n plan in sy klas te hê. Dit is ons volgende stap om dat ons 'n plan sal moet bymekaar sit en die punte uit kan wys waar hoe ons gaan beweeg van die klasse af so intoe. Ek weet dit in die klas opgeplan word. Miskien 'n nuwe onderwyser kom en sien hy ook die plan uit en kan hy ook die prosedure. Is daar 'n vrywillige bestuurder by dankie. So ons uit hier af ons die plan optrek en dan sal ons koppies maak en sien dat elke klas met hy plan sit. Is belangrik dat ons 'n flow plan op 'n plek kan doen.
They can appoint people and then they can be trained as fire marshals, firefighters and first aiders. They must be familiarized with the evacuation procedures, so if something happens, an emergency occurs, that they exactly know what to do in that emergency situation.
Ons moet net gou kyk na die pligte van elkeen van julle. Ons kan ons identifiseer, die wet is die een wat die nou eerste hulp kursus geloop het, so al die eerste hulp gevalle, the first aid cases must go to event. As 'n kind rook ingeasem het en die kind sukkel met, dan event dadelik in kennis gestel word van sulke gevalle.
The preparation for teachers to educate the children, they must also be aware and familiarize themselves with the procedures and bring it across to the children or to the learners, and so that on the day of the exercise that everybody knows what to do, where to go to the assembly point.
In so 'n geval as daar 'n brand gebeur by die skool, né? Wat gaan ons nou doen? Daar's 'n paar dingetjies wat ons vinnig moet doen wanneer so iets gebeur. Ons kan nie lank dryf met so 'n storie nie. So wat gebeur is, eerste ding wat gaan gebeur, vir ons almal by die skool sal moet luister na 'n sirene wat sal afgaan in die vorm van 'n vletjie wat gaan blaas. Jy weet die mondvletjies wat die skeieregters gebruik op 'n sokkerveld. Daardie vlet, as jy dit hoor, dan weet ons daar is gevaar. En nou moet ons vinnig speel. Ons kan ons nou nie dry nie, né? Want tyd gaan lewens veroorsaak. Luister, dit is nie tyd om paniekerig te word nie. Nie waar nie? Want paniek veroorsaak chaos deur mekaar uit, né? En een hardloop hierdie kant en die ander daardie kant en so aan, en dit kan iemand se lewe in gevaar stel.
It is very important to raise awareness for safety procedures, so when an emergency situation occurs, so that everybody knows what to do in a situation like that.
So, die eerste ding wat ons dan doen is ons staan ordelik, 'n ryke vorm, seuns en dogters, wil julle moet onthou wat ons gaan doen, en ek gaan vir jou vra, en die moet onthou, ons gaan ons nou nie hardloop nie waar nie? Maar behalwe die hardloop, ons moet vinnig stap. Dit is wat ons moet doen wanneer ons die uitstap, né? Ons moet vinnig stap. Ons wil ons nou orde hê. Dit is die tyd vir orde, want as daar nie orde gaan wees nie, kan lewens dalk verloor word. Alright? So dit is wat ons moet doen en dan beweeg ons na die punt toe waar al die kinders vergader. En daar's 'n vloerplan wat op die bord is of teen die deur is waarop prentjies verskyn. En hierdie prentjies gaan vir jou wys waar is die punt waar almal vergader. En dit is wat ons gaan doen. Ons gaan beweeg. Hier vandaan stap ons ordelik, vinnig, so vinnig as moontlik tot by daardie hoek, om die hoek tot na die veld toe, om weg te beweeg van waar die brand plaasvind.
When you decide to evacuate, you must evacuate immediately. You mustn't wait too long before you evacuate. The reason for that is, normally in a fire situation, there's smoke. And the smoke is very dangerous. All the furniture and stuff that burns gives off a toxic gas and can be very harmful when you inhale it. And so that's why it's so important to evacuate immediately.
Vliegtuig vlieg baie hoog in die lug, ja, maar ek wil weet wat is binne die vliegtuig. Banke, kinders, ons moet onmiddellik staan. Sirene het nog afgegaan, kom ons vorm 'n ry, een ry, vinnig.
While you're busy evacuating, on your way out, you try and close doors and windows if possible, just to prevent fresh air coming into the building to fan the fire. And once you're outside at your assembly point, you stay in groups. You stay in groups so that roll call can be taken to see that everybody is accounted for. And once you're outside, you stay outside. You don't go back into a building that's on fire for anything, for any personal belongings. You only can return to your building if the fire department declares the building safe. Some additional hints for evacuation and safety at schools is to make sure that your evacuation routes are unobstructed at all times, that your emergency exit doors are unobstructed at all times and openable whilst the school is in progress. For security reasons, the doors must be locked, but the key must be available at the door in a break glass box, so that you can get to the key if there's an emergency situation and open the door immediately. I have attended a lot of emergency situations at schools. I have seen that when a school is well prepared and follows correct procedures, there has been very few critical injuries to learners as well as teachers. The damage to school property is also limited because the fire department can focus on dealing with the problem. I would like to urge all schools to take seriously the need to maintain awareness of safety rules and to practice evacuation procedures at least twice a year. Remember, a good plan today is better than a perfect plan tomorrow.